Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Rather Late programme with your host, Dinsmore. It's fucking hot! 35 degrees. That's why we've got the fan on. I wonder if you can hear it in the episode. You probably can, and you're gonna have to suck it up.
The Rather Late programme with your host Bash Dinsmore, brought to you by Gin and Tonic. Ladies and gentlemen, your host Bash Dinsmore.
Welcome back to another episode of the Rather Late programme with your host, YouTube's Bash Dinsmore. Welcome to another episode of our show. No guests again this week, unfortunately, but it's another hot one, and I'm dying. But this episode, we are talking about Return to Caledonia. Return to Caledonia has only got one series so far, but we've got a series with 3 episodes and a Christmas special, and plans to do series 2 in 2026. Which is this year. Return to Caledonia stars Bash Dinsmore, Rhys Dell, Emily Fleetham, Hamish Clark, Izzy Gentile, with Brian Maitland and Jamie Weaver. The Christmas special changed up the casting and starred Bash Dinsmore, Emily Fleetham, and then a bunch of others, with Rhys Dell and Jamie Weaver, and then Series 2 will be completely different, and it will be starring Emily Fleetham. New characters in there, so I won't name the cast, and Bash Dinsmore. In Series 1 of this show, Return to Caledonia, it focused on my character, David Oakes, who lost a friend. The friend was played by Rhys Dell, and Rhys Dell's character is dying, and it's due to cancer. We don't touch much upon the topic of cancer because that isn't what we wanted the show to be. The show was about returning to Caledonia, returning to Scotland. And I think the 3 episodes of Series 1 we did were really interesting. Episode 1 was called Home, or Hame. It started off in New York with a scene of me walking through the sort of tunnel going to the fountain in Central Park, and then it cuts to London, and I've got to make my way up to Scotland, and we cut into the opening credits, which is the first show of mine that I've done an actual opening credits, whereas everything else has been sort of appearing on screen but no opening intro. With this episode, Hame, written and directed by myself, we start in Scotland, and we eventually meet our first character. Other than myself, we meet a guy called Snuff. Well, his actual name is Gary. I believe it's Gary. Hang on. It is Gary. It's Gary Snuff Jones. And Snuff, played by Brian Maitland, he's an old friend of David Oakes, and he knew Charles Carrick, who is Rhys-Dell, and he knew Abigail MacDonald, who is Emily Fleedham. And I tell you what, just like right now I'm roasting and sweating in my room, I was dying that day on set. Well, I say on set, it was a bar. It was a bar in central London next to King's Cross with no aircon or fans. I was dying. Take a look at this scene between Brian and myself.
So, you missed the funeral then?
Well, you know, Gary, I was in America.
America?
In New York, I guess, and I was in Central Park, and then I went to a pub and got the news, and I didn't realise he was that far along, do you know? I've just been busy, okay?
Mate, it's been a full month. Flight over the Atlantic takes 12 hours. Look, it was a good mate of yours. At least give him 10 minutes of your time. Go down to the grave. Say hi to him. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Well, you know, Snuff, it's just... people deal with it in different ways, don't they? And I just decided to run away, I guess. I was exploring America, I was enjoying myself, and the call I had of losing Charlie, I don't know, mate,
Then face it. I mean...
I couldn't do it, I couldn't face it, not yet. Not yet.
You are going to the grave, aren't you?
Aye. So as you can see, Brian's character, Snuff, tried to get through to the bottom of why I'm sort of so against going back home. He calls me out for missing the funeral, and the reason is my character's just not ready. He's not ready to say goodbye to Charles Carrick. He was his best friend. But then again, you are right. Snuff calls him out and says best friends make time to go and see the grave. So after a wee conversation, David Oakes agrees. He'll try and make time to go and see the grave. We then follow David Oakes throughout his travels in Scotland. We then meet our character Emily. Well, Abigail, played by Emily. And Emily, she uses her character to try and sort of ground David Oakes. However, David isn't available. He doesn't pick up the phone. But that might be because he's deep down hearting inside. We then move on to a video message that was sent by Abigail to David Oakes, and the video message is Charles Carrick. Let's have a look at what it says.
Anyway, I'm sending it over now. Catch you.
Aye, there we go. David Oakes, my friend, it has been a while. Unfortunately, you're back in the States right now, so I might be going when you say this. Welcome back to sunny Scotland, my friend. You should be remembering some of the good old times here. Drinking pints in the sun with Alan.
I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me.
Oh, yes. Oh, I made a terrible mistake.
I'm afraid my drift
I assume you're in
away.
Edinburgh and remembering some of the good old times.
So I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I came from. That's the reasons why I seem so far away today. Oh, and let me tell you that I
And
love you,
maybe some new times
that
as
I
well.
think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Oh, and I have moved, kept on moving, proved the points that I needed proving.
We then end the episode with David Oakes going to the graveyard where Charles Carrick is buried. And in reality, that's the graveyard of our old producer, Jamie Jarvis. God rest his soul. David Oakes goes to the graveyard to pay his final respects to Charlie Carrick. Moving on to episode 2 of the show, it's called Memories, which was written by myself and Jamie Weaver, and then directed by Andrew MacDonald. This episode featured memories of the past. David Oakes remembered a trip that he once took many years ago with his friends Alistair and Spencer. Many things happened on the trip. David Oakes sort of remembers the pain that he shared with his friends. He remembers the old life that he had before everything kicked in. Let's have a look at this montage.
Gave me like a wee video that I'm supposed to go and fulfill, sort of thing, like go into places of our childhood. You might as well go back to the old ones. Edinburgh, Glasgow, Stirling, places we were when we were kids. Should be good.
As late as ever. I'm not sure about you two, but I got a date, so I'm gonna have to shoot.
You can't stay any longer, we can't go for a pint or something.
Nah, not yet.
Maybe in a bit. It's good to see you, pal.
Good to see you, mate. Back in sunny Scotland.
Oh, yeah, it's a wee bit wet, but we'll get through it. Unfortunately, the over. We'll hang out. Should be fun.
So what we're going to do first? We want to go to Hunterian, that'd be nice.
Right, well, we'll do that. If I remember what way it is. Right, follow me, son. Miss you.
Here's to you, Charlie. And then the finale, episode 3, called Farewell. Now, that would assume that the show was over. And it starts off with me and starting on a swing, and it takes us on a tour of Scotland, or the places that David Oakes has been the past few days. And for most of the episode, David Oakes sort of remembers his best friend, Charles Carrick. And it gets deep. It's a big monologue talking about why he left first. But then we go back and meet our friend Snuff once more. We use the streets of London for this scene, but it's set in Scotland. And David and Snuff, they finally realise what's going on. Let's have a little look at what we've got here.
Remember to love life, you know? Smile, laugh. Remember the good times and the bad. This journey we're on, it's called life. And it's actually your duty to live it to the best of your ability. Farewell, my dear friend.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of our show. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time.